Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to part 2 of these AEW figures unboxing. So last time we did the Elite, and this time we're going to go for 5 figures. We have Riho, Darby Allin, the Le Champion, Chris Jericho, Orange Cassidy, and of course Pac, the Nefarious Fiend Pac, because I can't say his actual nickname because YouTube doesn't like that. So let us get right into it, and we'll start with Riho, and we'll move these over to the side. We'll do them as they come along. And as you can see in the background, we have the previous figures, the Elite, which are sporting us, I presume. So this Riho, the face on it looks absolutely atrocious. Oof. It does not look like a good face model. I mean, it looks like even Riho is like, this isn't me. Who's this girl? There's the back of it. Her attacking Nyla Rose. That is Series 3, which is Pac, Riho, Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin, Matt Jackson, and Nick Jackson. All of which we have right here. So let us cut this open. If I can get the scissors in. Alright, it's this side. Once again, I am not keeping these boxes, and this won't be a very thorough review like I do with the Strong Collectibles. This is a faster review because we've got more figures to try and go through rather than dedicating the better part of an hour to a single figure. So if you want to see one of the more dedicated reviews, please check out some of the Strong Collectibles I do. And there we are, there is Riho, who comes with 4 additional hands. That's interesting. So let's see exactly who we have. Well, let's take out the AEW Women's Championship, the first of our many titles. Let's take a look at it. So it looks fine. It has 6 side plates on the side, 1 main plate, but it is a little bit blurred. Well, I mean, it's blurred because of the camera. Like, it would focus. Might help. There you are. You can kind of see it there. But the AEW could be a little bit more prominent. It looks like it's just kind of blurred together there. But, yep, that is the AEW Women's Championship. That's quite cool. It reminds me of the ECW, or the WCW belts even, sorry. Where it had the little bits that clip in like that, rather than the WWE belts, which has a little bit that threads in. So there is our AEW Women's Championship, and let's take a look at Riho. Oh, her face. Oh, that is something, certainly. Right, so let's get her out of her cage and her plastic prison. Let's get out of this. I find with AEW it's better to just try and open them from the bottom up. And there we go. There is Riho. She actually reminds me a little bit of Vicky Guerrero. The skirt is a soft fabric. Looks like it's probably removable if you cared enough. Shoulder is soft fabric as well, as are the sleeves. Nice soft fabric. I think really if they just closed the mouth, or maybe fixed the eyes, it wouldn't have looked so bad. I think it's something about the cheeks as well. It just doesn't really, like look like Riho for me, and I think a lot of people agree with that because this is I don't know, I'll move the camera down. I know you won't be able to see the Elite in the background, but you'll be able to see the figure that we are reviewing. I think I mean, in terms of, see, if you just remove the head, the body looks fine. Like, the body looks like Riho. Like, from behind, that's fine, it looks like Riho. but it's just the face is really off-putting. And Riho was the cheapest figure. It was the one that had the most discount. She also has the multiple different hands, but we're not going to put them on. We're just going to let her sit in that position. I think that's a good little pose for her. So we have an open palm. In fact, actually, that open palm might be better than this one. You know what? Yeah, we will. Right, so let's take this hand off. It's a case of give it a little pull. It's difficult to get in there with the little wrist cuff there, but it's difficult to get a grip on. That is the issue that I'm having here. I'm thinking if I get my fingers in under the thumb, give it a push. There we go. And there you are, that's what it looks like. So this part here is actually removable, if you cared to do so, but we're not going to. Let's put in this part here. Little peg, just sits right in with a little bit of force, clips in, fix the collar. Try to fix the collar. There we go, and there. That looks meagerly better, but not by much. Maybe do something like that. Yeah, how does that look? And then we can put the title just over her shoulder. We can put it around her waist, but I think over the shoulder would look just as good. Yeah, something like that. Just clip it round here at the back. Just put your nail in between those bits there, and there you go. There you are. The first ever AEW Women's Champion, Riho. I like Riho. A lot of people didn't like her. I think she maybe didn't come across as well to the English audience. She didn't have an awful lot of promos. I much prefer Hikaru Shida. Hikaru Shida is much more hard hitting, very very strong. So yes, that is Riho. So we're going to, yeah, and she doesn't stand very well either. That's not great. Perhaps that was my fault, but I didn't think it was. Yeah, okay. That works. Let's just take these remaining hands out of here, and then we will dispose of this, and we'll move on to the next figure, which looks like it is going to be Pac. And by Pac, we are not talking about X-Pac, of course. We are referring to the man formerly known as Adrian Neville in WWE, or the King of the Cruiserweights, as one of his other many names was. So let's just look at Rhea's hands. So she has a open grip right hand. She has a closed fist right hand. She has a open grip left hand. And she has a flat palm left hand. So it's interesting that she doesn't have a closed fist right hand. Instead, she has this finger point that is already equipped to her. That face is absolutely awful. I don't know what they were thinking. Hopefully the other AEW females are a little bit better. I don't have Brandy Rhodes because, one, she's expensive as hell, and two, hasn't really done much in AEW. But she did just recently become pregnant, and I think Cody Rhodes is having a newborn very, very soon. So, all the best to him. So, next up, we have Pac, who comes with two different heads, and it's a good thing he does come with two different heads, because I think this head is actually much cooler. You can see there. Absolutely, Adrian Neville. There he is. There is Pac. He's also part of Unrivaled Series 3. So let us slice this open. If I can get the scissors in here. There we go. That was weird. Just cut through here. And through here. And Pac also comes with an accessory, similar to Cody Rhodes, who came with the sledgehammer. And Pac comes with a chair for some reason. I mean, now generally, if I was going to give any character a chair, I would give it to Shawn Spears, the chairman of AEW, but there you go, Pac, for some strange reason. That's just part of the card. And also the chair has its own little packaging. That's interesting. Do you think that Pac wasn't interested enough and they had to give him like an accessory to sell the figure? Like, what's going on there? I think Pac is more than enough to sell figures. He is a huge name. Had some really, really tremendous matches, especially with Kenny Omega and such. So let's look at the chair first. It's got an interesting little design here. It's almost like Lego, the way that this is been clipped together. I think that part just came out of its peg just a little bit there. But, do you like that? Is that the way it's supposed to be? Is it broke? Can't tell. Did I just break it on camera? That should be strange and awkward, was it? Okay, it's got little clips here. It just seems to be in refusal. Try and push these in. No, maybe it's not supposed to. Maybe these. Oh, they're supposed to go under like that. Right. Okay, there we go. There's a chair. There. See, I can make chairs work. There. Nice and simple. So there we go. There's a chair. Right. Now let's see what we have for Pac. I really love this idea that there's... I mean, I can understand why this isn't the main head, why they gave this as a second hairstyle, but yeah, that looks really, really kind of cool. I love even just like the facial work there for Pac. Like, see, even if you take that and you were to put it to the side, or like the hair down, it makes him look quite vicious, I think, which is very cool. Certainly prefer it to this head that they've given you. You can see that this head is actually, I think, far better if it would load in. If it would... camera, please. There we go. But yeah, like in terms of like the actual sculpt, I think, of this head, looks quite a bit better. Like the way the eyes are done, the way the mouth is done. I think that looks better than this. I think he almost looks kind of happy and doesn't really look like Pac, but this other head certainly does. So we're going to put this head on him for sure. So let's take out Pac. So Pac does have a pretty generic look to him. The basic sort of wrestling boots and tights. Whoa, well, that is something to watch out for. I'm sure that can be fixed. I'm sure that is not something that is going to majorly break the figure. But a little bit weird to see Pac ripped in half like that. Just be careful when you're taking these figures out of the packaging. But there is a little bit of inside as to what the body looks like. So you can see that this is a hard part there, and that's what allows the body swivel inside. So that's an interesting thing to see. And this should just clip right back in. There we go. And no problem whatsoever. So yeah, so don't be scared if anything like that happens. It's obviously not designed to do that, but it's a very, very easy fix if such a thing does happen. Also, if you're into your Mortal Kombat, that is a cool way to do fatalities, but wouldn't go recommending it every time, because if that peg in the middle bit there snaps, then you're kind of down a figure. So let us remove this head here. As you can see, it just pops off, just like this. And then it can sit like by itself, which is very strange. And then we'll clip this head on with a little bit of strength. You can hear it. And yes, there you go. There is the man himself, which you can see. You can put into somewhat of a more dastardly pose. Maybe extend the muscles out just a little bit. And get the feet into the correct position. And there you go. That is, I think, quite a cool look for Pac. You could also just have him with the chair. So I think Pac wouldn't be the kind to angrily be waving the chair over his head. I think it's more he'd be the type to just kind of drag it along the ground. So let us go for something like that. Let's see how that fits in there. And then maybe the other hand behind his head. Yeah, something like that. I think that looks somewhat menacing, I would say. So yes, there we go. There's a pretty cool version of Pac. Doesn't come with any alternate hands, of course. I'm not sure. The last video I said I think this was different. The Kenny Omega body sculpt was different from Cody Rhodes. Now that I'm looking at them, I'm beginning to think, is this the same body sculpt? I'm not sure. The arms look like this could be the same arm mold and such. I don't think they've made the figures entirely unique, but I mean, the thing is, the figures look like the characters, and that's pretty much all you're going for. So, I mean, if it looks similar, that's good enough in terms of my books. So let us move Pac over here to the rest of our display, which is just off camera. Put it up a little bit, just to let everyone see. And bring Pac over next to Kenny Omega. There we go. But I do think that secondary head for Pac is quite a little bit cooler. So let's bring the camera back down and we will look at the next one, which is going to be Orange Cassidy. And we shall stop the camera from shaking. So Orange Cassidy comes with a lot of cloth parts here. Now what I noticed from the trousers is it looks like maybe these trousers, the legs don't actually move because the trouser is moulded to have the pocket for him to obviously do his patented putting his hands in his pocket technique. Orange Cassidy is a very, very awesome character. I'm really glad that Orange Cassidy's been getting a push to the world title. He got wins over Chris Jericho and such. They're really pushing him along as a major star, and he started off as a comedy wrestler. But that is what AEW is really good for, making people into stars that maybe weren't so good. Well, not good. I mean, Orange Cassidy was always, pretty big on the indie scene, but he wasn't world champion kind of big. Whereas when you see Orange Cassidy, especially in the last triple threat match at Double or Nothing, there did genuinely seem a couple of times where it looked like Orange Cassidy could potentially take the AEW championship. Of course, I don't think he was going to, because Kenny Omega has 4 championships, but it was nice to see that there was contention there, that it looked like it was possible. So there is the second hand for Orange Cassidy to put his hands in his pockets. He has 2 sort of open grip hands. So we'll get them out of the way first. There we are. Open grip for the left hand. And just shut the camera. And an open grip for the right hand. Very nice. And now let's go for the figure himself. And see exactly what we have here. Oh well, it seems like we do have a little bit of movement in the legs. So maybe this is like a soft rubber rather than anything else. Let's try and get the figure out here. Get this all to tape, and there we go. So Orange Cassidy has this plastic around his head, which is to keep the glasses from damaging. Oh, the head does not look fantastic for Orange Cassidy. Glasses, I think, definitely look better. So the legs, yep, this is definitely some kind of soft rubber plastic that has the legwork underneath. The shirt and jacket, they are connected together, but it's just this little fabric bit here. So let's try removing that. We'll put him into a sort of wrestling gear pose rather than an entrance gear pose. So he does have, you see, this is a different body sculpt than what Pac has. So that's interesting to see. So let's just remove this part here. That shoulder was just a little bit in refusal. I've never really liked the cloth parts on figures, but this is quite awesome that the pockets are open. So yes, indeed, we can have Orange Cassidy with his hands in his pockets, as he is been known to do. The neck is forward, so I think if we maybe do something like that, that'd look better. Oh, this hand, I didn't even realise this is him doing the lazy thumb up thing. You know, where he can only just be bothered raising his hand. But we're going to remove this hand here. There you are, just a nice little pop. And the next one just clips right in there. And then, unfortunately, he doesn't come with the one black elbow pad, which is the only part, the only kind of wrestling attire that he actually cares about using. And then, can we get this hand into the pocket? It's giving us a little bit of a fight, but I'm pretty sure we can get in there. There we go. And then, there. And if we get these glasses back on. Well, there you go. There is Orange Cassidy. We have him sort of lean back as if he's in a not kind of caring state. So this Orange Cassidy figure is actually pretty cool. Oh, we lost the glasses. We don't want to go doing that. Especially since it's the eyes, like they're very well detailed, but again, it just doesn't look like Orange Cassidy. I don't know what is going on with the AEW figures that they just can't make the faces look exactly correct. But yeah, there we are. I think that's a pretty awesome looking Orange Cassidy. And there is what the material looks like. So that is the denim jacket. And of course, the t-shirt with his face on it that he is well known for wearing. And there, I can just on there like that. And maybe you can put that on another character, maybe like Riho or whatever. Maybe put the glasses on Riho and maybe she'll look a little bit better as well. So we'll just put that over there and we'll add Orange Cassidy to our list of characters. Maybe let's put his head to the side, something like that. trying to get the hands just a little bit more, make it kind of a bit more relaxed kind of look. Right, if I actually move this wrist here, move the elbow in. No, that's not really working. Managed to get it for this hand. That gives a bit more relaxed look. But this one, it's not really working. Hang on, a little bit determined. I can maybe give this a shot. Rotate the hand a little bit. And that's about the best I can do. I think that looks okay. That's pretty cool. I like that he's got the rip here. It shows the knee pad underneath. The shoes are actually pretty well detailed. It's an unusual thing. And he's kind of got the little hunch in his back. As if he's not even can't even bothered standing up straight. Which would be a very Orange Cassidy thing to do. So there we go. I think that's a very, very cool figure. So let me just move that over with the rest of the figures. I'll move Riho a little bit into the back. Put Orange Cassidy more to the front. There we go. And a bunch of hands to go with Orange Cassidy. You can see over there. So now let's move into the next one, which is going to be Darby Allin. And then we will finish with Le Champion, Chris Jericho, the first ever AEW World Champion. But we have right now Darby Allin, who was the former TNT Champion before losing it to the best man, Miro. And I think Miro is fantastic in AEW. He's been given all the chances that he wasn't given in WWE, and that is one of the great things about AEW, is it gives you another place to see some of your more favourite characters, especially the ones that get themselves over. So that is always nice to see. I'm not saying that AEW is infallible, but they do a lot of good things and a lot of things right. So let's take a look at Darby Allin. Again, Series 3. Has all of this been Series 3 so far? Maybe. Not sure. Maybe there was a Series 4 in there. I'm not sure. Okay, let's see. So, Pac, Riho, Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin. Yeah, it has all been Series 3. It's very unusual. Shove that over there. So we have Darby Allin's little skateboard, which is quite cool. Yep, there it is. It is a full working skateboard. It says Darby Allin. It's little spinny wheels that do actually work. Yeah. Working skateboard. So let's look at Darby Allin. He's got a little chain around his neck. He's got this, it's a soft rubber jacket. It'd be like kind of leather jacket. And it has the wrestling attire, the face paint. Yep, let's bring him out. Let's take a look at him. See how it looks. As always with the AEW figures at least, we start by taking out the legs, which releases the rest of the body. And these hands are really moulded in there, so have to give those a little bit of a fight. I wonder if it's actually possible to get the head out first. Yep, we've got the head out, so that's just a case of the shoulders, and there we go. That sorts it. So again, really fluid motion. See, I think this might be the same body type as what Orange Cassidy has. Maybe they've got a body type for the sort of lighter weight models. So there's a little bit of movement in there with the jacket, but the jacket kind of pushes it back. Jacket is quite a cool accessory, but let's remove the jacket just to show off the figure himself. It's got some plastic on the inside there just to keep it nice and protected. So. Getting the sleeves off with this soft rubber around the hands. It's a little bit of an issue. Well, it's not an issue, it's just a bit of work. And there you are, remove this plastic, and that should certainly help with getting the jacket on and off in the future. I assume that's just there to prevent the rubbing of the plastic. Just cut this off. There. Save any kind of hassle. And we're still getting hassle. Very in refusal. Oh, very stubborn. And it's still on there. Oh my goodness. Right. There we go. Done. Jesus. Stop wasting my time. So yes, there we go. Darby Allin. There you are. It says free on one side. And it says drug on the other. Letting everyone know that he is drug free. He's got a little tattoo on his chest. Nothing's over till you're underground. And he has the I like turtles face paint. Yes, like turtles. He's got a little chain around his neck. And yep, same mobility as what all the other AEW figures have. Quite a cool little figure. I think he actually looks better without the jacket. I think the jacket is a pretty cool accessory. Good knee crunch. Randomly, accidentally putting him into a sort of V-trigger pose. V-trigger! So yeah, that's quite cool. He's got the kind of denim shorts within the... Oh, that's quite cool. The boots has a little tag in the back of it, which is what he wears. Also has the tattoo, Relentless, in the back. Which is, of course, Darby Allin's favourite drink. Sometimes he'll drink Rockstar or Monster if Relentless isn't available. That's not an actual fact, that's me just making fun. But before anyone decides to go and tell me otherwise in the comments below. So, does this fit in his hand? Yes, almost perfectly in fact. Does it stay in his hand? Not very well. So let me see here. If I could do something like that and do something like this. Okay, I need to extend the hand down just a little bit so that it gets a little bit more stackability. And yes, there we go. Okay, the skateboard doesn't really sit, but we can do something like this. So we do something like that, and then we rotate this hand around. Then you can hold it from that side. And you can hold it in a manner befitting a guitar. Yeah, there's just another way of doing it. Almost. Right, so if we bring this up a little bit, we bring this up a little bit, and we do something like that. Is that a better pose? I think if we get the wheels in over here, it's less likely to fall. And if we can get this hand just in here and clip that in. There we go. There, that's a pretty cool pose for Darby Allin. Yeah, I'm much more digging that. So, let us pose Darby Allin along with the rest of the AEW figures over here. And then we shall move on to Le Champion, which will be the last of our figures for today. There we go. It's a nice little assortment of figures. And let us move on to Le Champion. It was the 6th figure of Series 1, and this is him wearing the Painmaker outfit, which is what he started wearing at the beginning of AEW, when he first created the Judas Effect. And that is him Judas Effecting Kenny Omega, right there. So let us cut him open. And as Zack Ryder would say, let them breathe. I've been a fan of Chris Jericho for many decades, since he first showed up in WWF, WWE even, back in 1999. Was it still WWF? It was still WWF back then, I'm pretty sure. I think it was 2001, where it had a countdown to the Millennium, which was the Millennium Man, Chris Jericho, and that's a gimmick that never stuck. And he came out interrupting The Rock's promo, and then the following week came out and interrupted The Undertaker. So I think they had high hopes for him from the beginning. They gave him a much bigger push than he ever got in WCW, which is, oh my goodness, I accidentally hit the entire camera. That was me trying to remove the box. There, I apologise for that. Okay, let's just get the camera back into position. Oof. Sure, that scared a couple of people at home. So, we have his lovely little fedora hat. I think I've actually got the camera lower than what it was before. Let me just bring this up just a little bit. There we go. We have, so these alternative hands make sense because this is like the leather gloves for the jacket. If you want your Chris Jericho to be wearing the full entrance gear, or if you want him to be wearing his wrestling gear instead. So let us get these feet out first. Goodness. Here, let me just move the camera up just a little bit. There we go. Is that good? Nope. My goodness. You hit the camera once and it falls out with you. It's like, no, you have hit me. I refuse to do anything you want me to do. Let's get the hand of Jericho out. Once again, this is a soft rubber plastic jacket, which is, it seems to really enjoy staying in there. Cover the head up, and there we go. Then the hand. And here we are. There's the Painmaker wearing his scarf and everything as well. Let's look at the back. It's a really nice looking jacket actually. The scarf is okay. It's, nothing to shout about, if I'm honest. I think the jacket is pretty rigid, so it doesn't allow for much flexibility. But let us take a look and see what he looks like wearing the full outfit. And of course we had need to change the hands over for the leather versions. And there we go, just pulls out like that. You can see that Jericho also has the plastic underneath the jacket. So let's just remove that. Put on the leather glove, and same with the other side. Oh, that hat is gone. I shall get that in just a second. Get this little plastic bit and put on the other leather glove. And there we go. There's the pretty cool looking AEW variant of Chris Jericho. With the hat. For some reason the hat reminds me of there's a character named Bob in the 1989 Batman movie, and Bob is Joker's #1 henchman. And it always reminds me of that bit where Joker says to Bob, he says, "You are my #1 guy." And then later on in the movie, oh look, this ankle is a little bit loose. Oh, that might be a Series 1 just defect. Sometimes when they're making the figures for the first time, you get little things like that, so just be careful with that one. The other foot is okay. Just one is the nice knee pad. It's got the double knee joint. Hat isn't very good at sticking on. Can we actually do anything with this jacket? No, not really. I was seeing if we could get it into the typical Jericho T-pose that he so enjoys doing, but there we go. There, that is the Painmaker Jericho. But let's take a look and see what he looks like without all this part on. So we bring the arms back and we'll just remove each of these bits without trying to damage it. So bring the scarf out like that. There we go. And remove the jacket like so. And bring the arms back, which it is a varying refusal for. Just takes a little bit of work, a little bit of arm work here. The arms are stuck a little bit here, but let me just try and make this work. There we go. And there we go. Oh, and we can see that you have the beautiful Chris Jericho tattoos, the more modern tattoos. So that is quite cool. That's quite a cool feature design that you wouldn't see unless you remove the jacket. And there you go. You can have Jericho do... Oh, he's also got the other tattoo over here on the other side. There we are. You can have Jericho prepare himself for the Judas effect, one of the most devastating moves in all of AEW. So, yes, there we are, which is the spinning back elbow. I really loved, especially when Jericho was champion, that he would only use the Judas effect once, and whenever he used it, like, it would be the end of the match. You know, like, he would still do the lion salt, he would still do the, Walls of Jericho. Obviously, the triangle drop kick, so on and so forth like that. But the actual Judas effect, he would keep for the finish. He wouldn't. There wouldn't be exceptions for that. But yeah, I think this body sculpt is also separate from the other ones that we've seen today. Different from Pac and different from Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin. So there is a couple of body sculpts that they have access to. This is what the jacket looks like without all of the parts on it. Like how it's got little spikes up here. So yeah, kind of the Painmaker jacket. Painmaker obviously coming from a feud with the Rainmaker. Kuchiki Okada. I forgot his name for just a second there. Sometimes when you are doing commentary on these kind of things, the smallest things will just slip your mind. But yes, that came from a feud where The Rainmaker is a sort of spin away clothesline, and Jericho kind of stole that move for a little bit, and it almost evolved into the spinning back elbow. So yes, there we go, and that is our AEW collection so far. Orange Cassidy is kind of entirely covering Riho, which isn't such a bad thing because she's not the best looking figure. We'll put Le Champion Chris Jericho up there as well. And we'll bring this off of the stand so that we can let everyone see the lovely little AEW collection that I have managed to acquire so far. So that is going to be it for this video, folks. I hope you all enjoyed. A little bit longer than I thought it was going to be, but we have been through 9 figures in quite a short amount of time. So I hope you all enjoyed, and do remember, if you like these videos, please give us a like, share and subscribe. Remember, you can talk to me on the Discord in the description below, and if you leave a comment, I always try to respond. So I hope you all enjoyed, and we will see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.